Hey friends, so today we're going to have a little conversation about vaginal discharge. And I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions and fear around vaginal discharge, so hey, we're going to talk about it. Discharge is completely normal and healthy. And I wish someone would have told me this when I was growing up because I thought I was the only one that had it. I thought I was like dirty and disgusting and like sick and dying. And so I wish someone would have told me. I had no idea that it happened to other people until one time in gym class, we were in the locker room and another girl was like, "Oh, look at so-and-so's underwear. There's stuff in it." And I went, "Oh my God, someone else." There are all these glorious glands inside of your vagina and inside of your cervix that create discharge, fluid, mucus, whatever you want to call it. And it's great. That's a very good thing. You want this to happen. There are a couple different purposes to the fluid in your vagina. Firstly, it carries away dead cells and bacteria. It keeps your vagina clean and prevents infection. And finally, it creates a very hospitable, warm, inviting environment for sperm a couple days every month. Fluid can increase with exercise, arousal, the use of birth control, and emotional stress. Let's take a moment to go through all the different colors of the rainbow, most of them, and what that means for your vaginal fluid. White. White fluid discharge is completely normal. You have a range of different colors of white throughout the month. The only time you need to be concerned with white fluid discharge is if it's coming out very chunky like cottage cheese, because then that means you probably have a yeast infection. Next, let's talk about clear fluid. Clear at any point in the month is completely normal. If it's clear and stretchy, that's probably because you're ovulating. Moving along to brown or bloody. This is completely normal, especially if you're around your period or ovulation, because there can be some spotting. And especially towards the end of your period, brown blood is normal because it's kind of just like the leftover remnants of everything else that's getting out of there. The only time to be concerned about this is it can rarely mean advanced cervical cancer, but rare. And this is, you go and get your annual checkups and they test you for all these things. So if you're going and getting your checkups, don't be concerned with this. Moving on to the final one is yellow or green. You need to be concerned about this, especially if it is thick, chunky, and has a really bad odor. This means that there's an infection. Let's talk about when you may need to go see a doctor. If you are pretty in touch with your body and you do check your cervical fluid, or maybe you don't and you notice that there has been a big change, so whether it's a change in the color, in the smell, and the texture, and something within you is like, this isn't normal, this isn't my normal fluid, that's a good signal that, it wouldn't hurt to go talk to a doctor. Other things connected to a change in cervical fluid that may signal you need to go see the doctor. Do you have a fever? Is there any pain in your abdomen? Do you have any unusual weight loss or feeling tired or peeing more? If your discharge or your fluid is really worrying you and you feel like this just isn't normal, something's going on, or it just doesn't feel right, go see your doctor. It's better to be safe than sorry. The vagina is this wonderful organ. It's self-cleaning. It keeps itself balanced at the right pH levels, but there is the chance that something may get in there, mess things up, and give you an infection or something along those lines. So I'm going to read through a list of all the things that can mess up the balance of your vagina. Ready, steady, go. Antibiotic or steroid use. And another thing to talk about antibiotics is antibiotics can cancel out your birth control if you're on the pill. Fun fact. Bacterial vaginosis or a bacterial infection. Birth control pills, cervical cancer, chlamydia or gonorrhea or other STDs, diabetes, douching using scented soaps, lotions, or bubble baths. I talked about all of that in my last video. A pelvic infection after surgery, pelvic inflammatory disease. I'm not going to pronounce this one right. Trichomoniasis. I'm going to look that up. Vaginal atrophy, which is the thinning or drying of your vaginal walls during menopause. Vaginitis, which is just irritation around the vagina, and yeast infection. So as you can see, there's a long list of things that can throw your vagina off kilter, but just as long as you're checking in on it and you know what's normal, you know what's not normal, don't be afraid to go talk to a doctor. All right, guys, if you have any other comments or questions, leave them down below. If you have any other questions about anything else, period, cycle, female related, also ask them down below, because I am doing a Q&A video this Saturday in honor of having 5,000 beautiful subscribers. You guys are awesome. I have had so much fun. If this is your first video, don't forget to subscribe. I do videos twice a week all around the female body and all that beautiful stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye. Hi friends, so today we're going to continue the favorite book series, my favorite book series. Of all the books that I've found that I really love,